Ademabiko, Obone ya tag, Akanachi State, Anambra Soludo tag, Obrone ya tag, Obrone ya send area this video, He's a governor of a state. We respect that. Mogo Fodo, our leaders, the Boronga governors, Anaha Masuchai, they are human beings anyway. And that is why they need people to criticize them so that Kahamane Behana Garong. Mobi Hakuruna de Homa, Mobi Hamena de Homa, so that they can make amends, So I want to correct this impression and this statement from Soludo, no kwa hokuru, that in Nto Hapon Nnamdi Kanu Werike, Ogaha Kuse Enwegi Chekwa na Alibo. And I want to say that statement is unfortunate. That statement is wrong. That statement is demoralizing. And that statement is a setback. Yes, it is a setback to every of our efforts. That statement alone, coming from a governor, is a big blow against Mbale Aina Abale, advocacy Aina Eme, That statement shouldn't have come from a governor from the southeastern Nigeria. And it shouldn't have come from a governor that once visited Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody. So what am I saying? Nnamdi Kanu, we know. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu knowing. We know that some of these people, how Biafra agitators, Biafra this and that, are criminals. How Undoshi, they were criminals. So, because age is Nnamdi Kanu, Group Kapata, Hasina how Biafra agitator, Group Kapata, Hasina Nde Kidnapata, Hasina Makanam de Kan AJG, Ndenebu Marapota, Hasina Makanam de Kan AJG, Ndene Menkana Babunde police, Nababundame, Apota, Hasina because of Nnamdi Kanu. When we know that this crop of people are not Biafran agitators, these people who impose us, they are gate crashers. And of course, no Igbo man will support the spilling or shedding of blood. No Igbo man. Onwe Igbo. Amushirike na Igbo. Atorontale na Igbo. Aturimie na Igbo. Mpeya Igbo. Ga kwadon kwafo obara. Ndi Igbo anya na kwafo obara. That is one thing people don't understand. Apart from Christianity, we are highly spiritual people. We believe in Kama. We believe in Kama. I believe. And we believe that no one a chika chinile na na kwa onye ọwụlọ ụgwọ dịka ọrịa siri dị anya na akwafu ọbara dịka ndị Igbo. Ihụrụ ọbara ihụrụ akwafuge n'ala Igbo. Check here their antecedents. Check here their background. Check here their parenthood. Check here ndị mụrụ ha ni. Check here ọbara gbago onye ahụ n'ahụ. Ọwụghị ọbara dị ala nwafọ Igbo atọrọ ntọala ya tụọ imie ejiri ọbara onye Igbo tụọ imie. Check them well. So Soludo should know by now that because Nnamdi Kanu ekwole. After happen Nnamdi Kanu today, I am still saying it. After happen Nnamdi Kanu today, 90% of this crime in Ahuna will disappear. They will just dissolve. Ahuziagi ki ibu egbe, ni u Biafra agitator. Ajuziagi, ebu ibu now. Or when I catch Nnamdi Kanu eji, ki iji burebe, ki uonyoshi. Now got a buying edge. So Soludo made a very grievous statement that shouldn't have come from a governor. Nnamdi Kanu put today. This crime aina aho na Igbo ababie kamiri. Nnamdi Kanu put today. Ndani na ebu egbe, mande no n'ime ohia, mande no n'ụzọ. See that how Biafra agitators. One day they will disappear. They will disappear. Maybe Soludo doesn't know that. He said in age makamna log, jiri makamna log, abiata haposiam, gi kanalo kwa the same og. If run e jiga kage mebo onwe gi no bro makam ki ija log kamgbish. Na got e by na eje. So Soludo made a mistake, and I want Soludo to correct himself. Correct your onwegi. Your Excellency, the governor of Anambra State, correct your mistake. You made a mistake, sir. Okwa hikuru is a blow to effort to ni ndi Igbo na agba if Nnamdi Kanu futa. It's not good, sir. You are a professor. And as a professor, you screen and sieve the things you say as a professor. The issue of insecurity is a very sensitive one in Alibo. And I don't like anybody. Our main target and focus 2025 is the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And all kwa maka Nnamdi Kanu oyafuta chukwu okike abia mekwugie. Nnamdi Kanu is there on our behalf. He speaks for Ndibo. But unfortunately, of course, omelam onwe kwere ndị nwa na ekwuru okwu kwori ashi. Ndị nwa na ekwuru okwu ka ala Igbo dị mma kwori ashi. But it doesn't stop the work of Jehovah from going on. It doesn't stop the work of God from going on. Amamira agota? Ndị dị ka anyị na-ekwuchitere ndị Igbo ọnụ ha, na-ekwuchitere ndị steeti anyị ọnụ ha, na-ekwuchitere ụmụnne anyị ọnụ ha. Chineke agaghị ekwe ka ihere mee anyị. Anyị gagodi mkpọrọ anyị ayọ. Ebe obodo ebu anyị ji anyị na-ayọ. Mmadụ dị ndụ a ga-egbufuli anyị. That is the truth. Ọnọdụ ka Nnamdi Kanu na-aga isi na ị ga-egbulie. Gị nye poison, inyere ya manu. Inyere ọgwụ ọbara. Na-agọta ebe anyị na-eje. So what we are saying is that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Ka anyị lezie ndị ga-ebu egbe ọzọ n'ala Igbo. Anyị jụọ ga ajụjụ. Si ga-egbe anyị na-ebu now, Nnamdi Kanu fụtara. Ị na-eburu ya onye. Iche mmesi no agitation. Okwe release go Kanu, ị ka na-ebu egbe. Ebe Igbo ugbu a, onye ka iburu ihe. Ka kpọrọkpọtọ gbazia n'ihu efi. So my dear governor, the governor of Anambra State, Soludo professor. Okwu ahụ ikwuru, ikwute ihe, ma otu. Ndewo.
IPOB lambasts Governor Soludo over double-standard comment on Kanu's release. The indigenous people of Biafra IPOB movement has reacted to the comments of the incumbent governor of Anambra State, Gov. Chukwuma Soludo, accusing him of double standards and deviating from his initial stands and efforts towards the release of the incarcerated leader of the IPOB movement, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Recall that recently, the Anambra State governor, during an interview with the Arise TV media station, postulated that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is likely to have no impact or rein in the security challenges in the southeast, arguing that the criminals are no longer interested to listen to the voice of reason and are only spurred by the financial benefits they realizes from their criminal activities. In response, the IPOB movement, through the press statement issued by its media and publicity secretary, Comrade Emma Powerful, maintained that the IPOB leader's release will have a great impact in improving the security polity in the southeast, asserting that the criminals operating with the name of the IPOB leader or using his incarceration to commit heinous crimes against the people will no longer have that cover. The statement went on to accuse the governor of making a deviating counterintuitive theory against his initial pragmatic resolution, which has always been in support for the release of the IPOB leader. As the basic step towards the restoration of ultimate peace and security to the southeast region against the criminals operating under the cover of his incarceration or using his name or that of the IPOB movement he leads, it has come to the attention of the noble family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, that His Excellency Governor Chukwuma Charles Soludo recently made a public utterance to the effect that the release of our leader Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu may not end insecurity in the southeast. With this statement, the governor appears to be pitching his tent firmly with those politicians who are against the release of our leader, which not only defies logic given the governor's own previous antecedents in calling for his release, but is equally counterintuitive. If we are led to believe, as the governor inferred in his interview on Arise TV, that those allegedly perpetuating insecurity in our blessed land are doing so on the purpose that they want Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released, would it not make sense, therefore, to seek his release and, in so doing, call the bluff of these misguided individuals, or at very least, deny them any cover or legitimacy? If criminals are hiding under the name of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB to commit any offense, then common sense dictates that if Onyendu is released, nobody would hide under his name or that of IPOB to commit any crime or do anything untowards. Any criminal or criminals hiding under his name will be flushed out or be exposed, and those operating in their own name will be driven out of our land. We thought that this approach was in line with the much-touted non-kinetic initiative championed by the governor himself. Why then did the governor deviate and start sounding like a propagandist or spokesman of the Nigerian army? The statement read and questioned in part. IPOB went on recounted the generous contributions and sacrifices which the IPOB leader has made towards ensuring the adequacy of security for the residents of the Southeast, and pledging that the security challenges in the Southeast will die 2 weeks after the release of its leader. His Excellency, Governor Soludo, was domiciled in Abuja at the peak of the killer herdsman reign of terror in Igboland and entire East. So he was unable to grasp the magnitude of the problem at that time, the shame Igbo race had to endure, and what it took IPOB through ESN to bring it to an end, if the same person. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that brought to an end the full-scale invasion, slaughter and humiliation of the Igbo race at the hands of these killer herdsmen from the Sahel that were rampaging unchecked through our forests, farmlands and villages a few years back. The same Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will surely end insecurity in the Southeast and beyond. We make bold to reiterate the commitment our leader made during one of his outings in court, by way of a challenge to those that doubt the potency of our worldwide movement, that if Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released and insecurity does not cease in its entirety within 2 weeks only, IPOB shall cease to exist. This is how bold and confident we are in demonstration of our utter repudiation of anything that may bring or cause hardship to be brought upon the people of Biafra. Finally, the statement chastised the Southeast governors over their hesitation in intervening in the case of the IPOB leader, as they have consistently promised, asking them to announce to the citizens of the Southeast their reasons instead of utter silence and occasional pacifying reassurances. If there is any other ulterior motive guiding the reluctance of Southeast governors to frontally seek the release of Onyendu in accordance with their public pledge, then Southeast Governors Forum should be brave enough to come out and tell the public. Family Writers Press International, stay tuned and a Happy New Year.